Hi, boys.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You guys looking forward for Thursday for a little Thanksgiving fun?
I am.
Yes, we're having a different kind of Thanksgiving this year. It's a dinner for two.
Yeah, because normally, we're in Miami. We have our family nearby, but now that we're in Orlando, it's just the two of us. So
Yeah.
pretty much
We're
it.
a drive-through Thanksgiving, so I actually took tomorrow off of work, which I'm not upset about at all. But my mom and I are mixing everything up, and like the mashed potatoes will be cooked, the Brussels sprouts will be cooked, the turkey is cooked, and then we're pre-packaging it for my two siblings and myself. So there's 4 dinners being prepared all at one time, and they got to choose on a little checklist of what they wanted from mom's house. And mom bought everybody bottles of wine. She bought everybody rolls. We have our own whipped cream. All that kind of stuff. So, I mean, my mom went all out to try and make it special, but she's so bummed. I have a great uncle who lives in Indiana, and he really wanted to come up, but my mom was so afraid that he would stop somewhere, and Michigan's gotten so bad again that she just didn't want to risk him, catching COVID because he's had so many health issues. So we're doing a drive-through Thanksgiving, and then I'll just call everybody and say hi. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so I'll be with Lisa and the girls and Erica's boyfriend, Mark, on Thursday. So at least I won't be alone. But
I'll probably do a FaceTime thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, the computer's already on the table, so we can just eat right here. And
That's true.
Well, I saw Mama J in the chat, and I really wanted to give Spectre a shout out. So I got this in the mail today. So for those of you guys who don't know Spectre, and I'm sure everybody that's in here does know Spectre, Spectre did a marathon where he was playing games. And if you donated a certain amount, then you got one of these pins. And I really wanted to support him. I think it's really cool. The pin says play games, heal kids. So it's a super cool logo too.
That's cute.
So I wanted to thank Spectre for that pin, and thank him for everything that he did for that charity. And I know he was so tired. I watched the last couple minutes of it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he was just dragging by the end of it. It was so bad.
Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. I was like, I thought about before doing like a whole 24-hour event. I can do 24 hours, but to be like entertaining all 24 hours, and then I was on there every once in a while just going on checking on him, and I was like, I don't know how he's doing it because he was pulling it through and playing all these games and stuff. So props to Spectre.
I mean, I guess if you're actually doing something and interacting with people, it's not so bad. I don't know that I have it in me anymore to stay up that long. I really don't.
I don't either.
We'll probably take turns. I'll take the first 12 hours, the second.
Oh, take naps on the live. Just have everybody watch and sleep.
But yeah, it was entertaining. My favorite part was when he was playing the Among Us.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, Horror Collector. Umpty's always a big supporter here, and I appreciate that. Christina Payne was in here. Tats is in here. Who else is in here? Peanut Butter, what's going on? Peanut Butter, I've got your John Cena sitting right here for you. Frog Prince is here. Candyman, what's going on?
Candyman.
Yeah, I still don't have any idea of where Troy is, but that's not unusual. I mean, it's pretty much going the way of Fox, where he, I have to get like 38 likes before he'll come on. The other box that I got is, and I'll share the screen, is from Funko Pops and Unicorns. That's Caitlin. She is doing a fundraiser right now, and it's for Toys for Tots. So this is completely separate, but she did a mystery box. It was $25 plus $5 in shipping, and you had a 50% chance of finding a custom pop. If you've seen the pops that she's done in the past, they are amazing. And then there was a 10% chance of finding a Goonies pop, which everybody knows I just got Sloth, so now I'm after a Goonies pop. So I decided to get one of those. And so her mystery box, I got a sticker. There too. I'm going to put that on there. And then this is like the Christmas sticker.
Aww.
That is adorable.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be pink, but it's kind of showing up red for me, so I don't know, maybe not. And then I got the rainbow one.
Nice.
And then the little Christmas sticker here.
Oh, nice.
And then obviously everybody's getting into pins now, so I need to get some of those, but I got her pin as well.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I already opened the box, so I know what I got. But and I have him already, but still cool. I remember how fanatical everybody was trying to get the
Ooh,
Yeah.
how sweet.
We have 2 of him, right?
Yes.
I either have 2 or 3 now. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we only got 2, but thankfully we both each did it because the one of ours, I think it was yours, came like crushed, so crushed.
My mom's was a little banged up, but my nephew is getting into these now. So this one's hi Troy.
Hey, what is up, everybody?
How's it going?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Today is this lined up perfect.
Lined up perfect, and then he turns around. Squirrel.
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 Open last.
Does that look familiar?
It does look familiar.
Hey, great job. That's the only that's the only spoiler I'm giving.
Gotcha.
Might be a big one, but I had to give it. Great job.
Caitlin, you just missed it. I just opened your mystery box. I got a little sweet. And but the other reason I'm saying is if you guys didn't watch, she just dropped a video that shows all the prizes for her Toys for Tots fundraiser. You can donate as little as $1 and have an entry into her giveaways. She's got more prizes than she has entrants, so you're guaranteed to win something. Go donate to Toys for Tots. This year has been so hard on so many families. They really need all the help that they can get without having the in-person. There's not as many people in the malls. There's not as many boxes out and everything. So they really need your monetary donations as well as the toys. My computer is actually sitting on a box of Funko Pops that are going to my best friend's massage therapy office, and I'm putting those in there to donate as well. So there's like some commons and duplicates and stuff that I just don't need them. And we were just talking about that backstage. You guys are talking about kind of honing down your collection a little bit.
Yeah.
So how many are you up to now?
That's how bad it was. We passed 1,000 like months ago. So we know that we're probably 1,300 or something like that because since we moved here, it's just to the point that it's piling up and we haven't gone to it. We haven't made videos. Like since we moved here as well, it's been hard to make videos because it's been going crazy here. But we just realized, like I want to enjoy my collection and not have them in the corner. So we decided to focus what we really want to keep.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, look, that's cute. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're a fan of many things, but we come to the conclusion that just because we're a fan doesn't mean we have to own something of it. Or if we're going to own it, doesn't mean you have to have the whole line or multiple. So love Stranger Things. Stranger Things is way too many. We might keep a few of them, but that's something that's going to go. Another one will be Venom. We love Marvel, but we have literally almost every single Venom Carnage pop that they have been made. And we can't really say we're huge fanatic, hardcore fans.
They're just cute.
Yeah, we compare it to Stitch. If it's not as good or greater than Stitch, we should not be keeping it in our collection.
Yeah.
So what is it about Stitch? Because I know you guys are big Stitch guys. And are there Stitches that you don't have that you have really wanted? And then, but I mean, like, what got you guys? Like, why did you hone in on out of all the characters in Disney? Like, why Stitch?
When I was smaller, I just fell in love with the movie. I related to him. He was, different. Not many people accepted who the character is.
Mm-hmm.
Just afraid of him. So I kind of felt like I related to it in a way.
Yeah, same with me. When I was younger, how people are mean sometimes. So I felt like an outcast sometimes. And the older I got, I became more not defensive, but just on my own, being more outspoken. And I felt like that's how Stitch was. He was an outcast, but he was also a little feisty and stuff. And
a little sassy.
So as well, he was a lovable creature and different, and he was accepted. So I think that's just something that I was very drawn to. But as older we got and we met each other, we realized that was something that we both had in common, that we loved Stitch. So that's something that I guess we hold dear to our heart because it's something that we had much more passionate about out of all Disney characters. But for the Stitch collection, we're actually almost done.
Yeah.
We're missing, I think,
Elvis.
We're missing Elvis, Flocked Standing, Flocked Sitting, and
the new one that's gonna come out with the frog.
Scrump. That's it. The 4. So,
okay.
Yeah, and we have everything else. We even got the newest one, the Christmas one. I'm so happy about that one.
Oh my god, yes,
So that's definitely something you guys like. That right there is what collecting is about. Like for you guys, you have to stay with Stitch. That was something you both, loved on your own, and then when you met each other, like that's not like that's what a collection should be. So as you're narrowing it down, like I had to narrow down also. I was nowhere near where you guys are at, but like you have to find the things that really actually hit home to keep.
Yeah.
Like, I strayed away from lines. Like if there's a certain one I want, I'll get it. I don't have to complete the line because you just start throwing in wild characters or just random things. And it's just, then it's sad when you feel like it's just taking up space. Like that's not what it's supposed to feel like. When you walk in, you're supposed to be able to be like, I remember when I got that one, or there's something about that one that I remember, or I loved about that one, or, and you start to lose that as it gets bigger. And I've never been to 1,000 or 1,300 pops. So I can only imagine.
Yeah, and that's why we kind of got lost, because we started to feel like it was a competitor's game of trying to get, like, what do you have the most of? And like hindsight, it was mostly based on that. But as well, it wasn't just because we were buying them just to have them. It was because we liked the line. But as we were talking about, it's like, if we're not going to collect multiple things of that particular fandom line or whatever, then why are we collecting the Funko Pops? It is related to Funko Pops, but we don't collect Pops to collect Pops. We collect them because of what we like of the line. So we decided, you know what, we want to have a collection that is displayed nicely of multiple things, because we're known for having multiple stuff. We like pins, Loungefly, even like certain frames and shot glasses and stuff like that, and mugs. We're like into mugs now, apparently.
Mug life.
So we're like, you know what, let's start dwindling down our collection, because Pops is not what we are passionate about as much as the line itself. We love multiple lines, so let's focus on Pops, but meshing it in with our other collections so that we can have one. So that's why we're getting rid of a lot of stuff, so everything is nicely displayed and a little bit more a storytelling, if you want to say.
Yeah.
I think when I started out, I was trying to collect as many as I could, no matter what it was, to try and gain some legitimacy in the community. That I wasn't just some fly by night. Oh, you only have 3 or 4. Like no one wanted to talk to you. Like kind of like you said, like the outcast. So I think I started off just collecting everything, and now I'm a year later and I'm at 500, and now I'm to the point where I'm like kind of like you guys, like I'm honing things in. So I mean, I have a bunch of 10-inch pops, but I can tell you why I have each one of those 10-inch pops. They don't go together necessarily, except for Count Chocula and Frankenberry, but I know why I have each one. I will never get rid of any Baby Yoda. They can make Yodas, and I will have them all.
You got children.
Yes, those are my kids, besides the 2 furry ones that are out on the couch sleeping right now. Back to the Future. Obviously, I just got my green boy right here.
Oh, nice.
And the Masters of the Universe, and then I have DC and Star Wars. Though that's where I'm going to kind of stay. But even Star Wars, I'm not trying to collect them all.
Yeah. Collecting
certain ones.
That's what we have with Star Wars as well. I mean, we're not huge fanatics, but we have like the known main characters and anything that looks cool. But even saying that, we're trying to collect. We're like
it's like
take some out.
Yeah.
But I like your collection though, because I feel like when I see your collection, I kind of know you more just by seeing it real quickly. I feel like if you see ours, it's kind of difficult because we have so many, but with yours, you have it all in a way together. Like you can tell. Hey,
look, you can tell a lot about me. Hold on. Let me.
I've been eyeing your Ghost Space mug from FYE.
By the way, we almost got that, and he's like, "We'll get it another time." We went back, didn't have it, so
I regret it so bad.
I'll tell you what. I drive to Indianapolis every day for work. I will swing by tomorrow, and if they have some, I'll get a hold of you, because they had quite a few when I was there last time, and I think they're buy one get one 50% off.
Yeah.
So
we went to Miami, did it, and when we went before we left, it wasn't there anymore. And then when we moved up here, they had almost every single character except the Ghostface. I was like, oh.
But I do remember they had one, but it was messed up.
Not in this one. That was in
not this one.
Yeah, it was all like the paint was all chipped off. I was like,
oh yeah. They had a few like that. I think it was the Pennywise that was a little messed up over there, and yeah, they're awesome. I went in and it was like one was $15 and the other one was like I think 20, and it was buy one get one 50% off. So I spent under 30 for both of them, and I was like, all right, I can't say no anymore. I've seen them too many times. I got to get it. I got to say hi to Tiffany and Reckless. What's up, Joey?
Hi, everyone.
Hola.
Yeah, we got quite a few. Tiffany came in, Reckless came in, Geeky Mama Bear came in, Roo Crew came in. They're all popping in. So did you
like to see
for the Macy's Day Parade this year?
Huh? I'm sorry?
The Macy's Day Parade. Do you guys watch that on Thanksgiving? I used to watch it religiously when I was a kid, but I don't.
So we were talking about this. Our ritual, like not ritual, isn't it ritual? What do you call it? Or tradition? Ritual. Our tradition. Our tradition when we first met was every single holiday we'll watch. We'll wake up work early and watch the Macy's Parade, and then go out for a bit, and then Thanksgiving dinner, then Black Friday shopping that night, and then go to sleep for a little bit, and then go up again Black Friday, and then decorate the house and everything. But this year, we realized the past like 3 years we haven't done that. So we try to always record it and then watch it when we come home from work, because that's the problem with work.
Yeah,
and we don't get to have it off
at all.
So no, we don't know if we're gonna watch. I can't promise. I don't even know how it's gonna be planned out this year. But we're leaving really early this year, supposedly. So we might watch it when we get home. But it's not the same when you watch it live.
That is true.
True. And so I actually went to the website today because I wanted to see what they were going to do. And they have performers, they have bands, they have floats, they have the balloons and everything. But they only did it in a certain area. So they reduced the amount of people involved by 88%. They're going to have balloons. They just didn't walk them down the parade route, and you can only watch it. So they've been filming it over the last couple of days, the last 3 days.
Oh.
And there's not the big performers. Who was it that I saw? Like Goo Goo Dolls was doing it. There's a couple country singers, but there wasn't anybody like huge, like A-list music acts that were going to be there. I didn't see anything as far as them listing if there were any stars. A couple of the floats looked like they were going to have live people on it, but for the most part, they were more animatronic floats, which I think is going to be interesting that you don't have that. All the people, and then all of the bands who so look forward and do the fundraising every year from across the country, they are being saved for next year. And this year, they're just bringing in bands from around New York State. So actually, there is a gay alliance that's doing, I think, It's Raining Men or something? They're going to be doing
It's raining. Sorry.
The Coney Island drag queens are doing something with their drum line or something like that. I mean, it was like some interesting new twists to the parade that you may miss because a lot of people just go to look at the balloons. But I know the one new balloon, hey Mitch, hey Eric, was Boss Baby, and he looks sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't they're not doing the child.
That might be a licensing thing. I'm not really sure.
I mean, they would have to do it sideways because that big head. I mean, look at the pop. Look at the pop. That big old head is like.
It tells you like most of them are 4 stories tall. Yeah, 4 stories. This is 4 stories, Brandy. 4 stories tall. They're like 50 to 60 feet long, and then they're 6 taxi cabs wide.
Wow.
I think if he did Baby Yoda, he'd probably be like hitting buildings on both sides.
Have you seen the kid that goes down the slide? It's like boom, 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 hitting his head. But to be honest,
you know what though, that wouldn't be the worst thing to happen though. I mean, this year's been a disaster. You might as well let Baby Yoda just go through and just tear apart buildings. Like, why not?
Just let him go. Just let him float and just bring his Baby Yoda.
Let him do what he wants.
You guys will still be able to see him in Florida by the time he gets like up above the Empire State Building. You guys he's up in New York.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Who needs to see the Northern Lights? We have Baby Yoda floating. Like it's
I give big props though to those who hold the balloons because I cannot even hold aluminum foil balloon outside. Like I freak out.
I'd be terrified.
I go to Party City and like to grab the balloons, I'm literally asking, I'm like terrified and I try to put it in the car. I think something happened to me when I was younger that was traumatized. I let go of balloons and got in trouble for it. I don't know what it is.
It was so traumatizing you don't even remember it happened.
I have a memory, but it's like one of those memories that you don't know if it's like a memory or an actual dream that you just remember for some reason. So I remember letting go of balloons, but I cannot pinpoint on like exactly when that happened. So I feel like it's a dream. But that's the only explanation I could come up with because I'm literally terrified holding balloons outside. Like I can't do it.
The best thing to do though is
That
if
might be
you
one of the
watch
weirdest
anybody do the
phobias
balloon
I've ever heard of. Like that
I never thought of it as a phobia, but
Damn.
Have you
like
ever
if
watched
it makes you
anybody
feel
do the
super
balloon dance?
weird, like there's something going on. That's crazy.
Have you ever watched anybody when they're putting it in the car do the balloon dance where they get up to the
oh
car,
my god.
starts out really slow, and then they go.
Yeah. Oh man.
I have a way of doing it. Like I do, you put it in the car and you can probably wrap it around the head of one of the back of the chairs, so that if you were for any reason the balloon would have come out, you still can manage pushing it in. Because I've seen a lot of people that just like throw the string in and push the door and then the balloon flies out. And I'm like, no, tie it down first. Or put a
It's
weight on
tearing
it.
me up inside watching you lose that balloon.
Yes. Yeah, I used to work at Dollar Tree, so I felt bad for a few customers. So once in a while, if I see it go away, I'll just give them another for free.
Right. Expect at Dollar Tree, you got the little kids too, and it's always the little kid that loses his balloon. You're like, all right, this sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a fear of exploding biscuit cans. Oh, same.
So
I have a theory that Pillsbury Doughboys like biscuit cans. I feel like they did something to it that it doesn't explode as much as they used to. Like it used to make a lot of sound when I was younger. Now it's like, I'm like, what?
I was making biscuits the other night, and I had peeled the wrapper off, and I sat it on its end, and I walked away, and it goes poof, and it exploded, and the biscuits went flying everywhere, and I was like, "Hon, yeah, we got about 4 left." She goes,
he got one of the good cans.
out of the can. No, it was like Kroger brand or something.
Okay, that's probably why. I'm talking about like Pillsbury itself. Like I'm gonna have to switch the brand because it's just the experience for me. I just want to hear it explode. I don't care for the flavor. I just want the experience.
I don't like biscuits, but I like opening them. That's
I just like wrapping them in.
I'll tell you what, that is one hobby to have that wouldn't cost you a whole lot. You know, if you just got to open a can of biscuits once a day, you know, you might be all right. So I must ask
to test the sound.
Yeah, I must ask. So if you guys are dwindling down your collection, I know you kind of said, obviously your stuff like, you know, Stitch, things like that. Are you taking, just out of curiosity, are you taking value into account on what you're keeping or not?
No.
Is this going to be like, you know, you have big grails and you're just kind of like, I don't really care for that one, I'm going to let it go? Or is it literally just your...
If it costs a lot, I'm still letting it go because we don't collect for value. But let me tell you, if I am selling a pop and it has value, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'll sell it for retail. No. I'm not gonna be
smart guy. A lot of people try to say they don't collect for value, but then will turn around and be like, "Well, you ask them." Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I don't collect for value, but I don't sell at retail. But again, right. If somebody is like needing something in the collection, and I know them very well, of course, we're gonna try to help people out. Yeah. There's a lot of people in the community that always helped us out, so I'm not gonna be like, "No, I need you to pay." Well, you know what's PPG. If I know somebody needs something, we're more than happy to help people. But of course, at the same time, like I'm trying to just get rid of the collection. That's the most important thing. We don't collect again for value. We don't like, oh, that's gonna cost a lot of money. We need to collect it. Again, we don't judge anybody who does that. Everybody has a different preference. That's just not ours.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of different ways of collecting. I figured that's where you guys were at, but I was just making sure. Now we got to clear this up too. You're not leaving Instagram, YouTube, or anything like that just because you're dwindling down your collection, right?
No.
Okay. See, then everybody's still fine. Everybody's happy. The only reason we have the people in the chat we do today is because you guys are here. So, you know, you can't go anywhere.
No, we're not going anywhere. But I'm not going to lie. We did have conversations and we are trying to focus.
I kind of busted into something. So if we're gonna be like let out there, I'm very transparent. I really tell how it is when people go ahead and question things. Since we moved here, we did find it more difficult for us to be on top of our videos and be on top of the chats and being on everybody's lives and stuff like that. And we just come to the point that we're trying to figure out what is priority to us. So one of the things is dwindling down our collections, and another thing is what kind of content that we want to create. The majority of the reasons why we haven't created any content or been posting that as much is because I'm personally, I don't know about Michael, because Michael is the type of person that is very positive and optimistic. I'm just not very happy with videos that I've been wanting to create because I don't want to continue creating videos just to be like, this is a Funko Pop, this is a Funko Pop, this is a Funko Pop. Mm-hmm. So we decided that if we get a new pop or something like that, we're just going to post it online and see pictures of it. But I would like to do videos that's something that we are
like wanting to share. So if, for example, if the whole entire line of something comes out that we're a fan of, we want to go ahead and share it. If we weren't just want to do a whole Stitch review of all the Stitch Pops that has come out before a new Stitch Pop, then we will do that. But just because we collect something and bought it from the store today, I don't just want to share like that. Again, not judging anyone. I just don't feel happy creating that kind of content on our.
In my opinion, I feel like you finally hit that point where you're finding your way to be original. Now it's not about just, you know, everybody does mystery boxes, everybody does this, that, you know, we have a lot of things that we all do in common, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you guys are like, you know what, I'm getting burnt out on that. That's what we see on every channel. You guys bring a whole different flavor to your videos though, so it's not like you're like everybody else. But
thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of people that agree with that. But taking a break and slowing down some of those, it may help your content, you know, instead of, you know.
We just want to go to a direction that is just keeping it more of collecting and not so much Funko Pop related. Because again, we collect so many different varieties, and I feel like because of creating the content that we have as well, not only with competing with who has the most, again, we're not trying to compare ourselves to other people, but you do get that mentality sometimes, like, let's keep going. So by doing content like that, like what we did with the Marvel Blacklight, I'm not gonna lie, we bought the whole entire line, minus the sock, because that was a gift from somebody. We bought the whole entire line just so that we can make a video on it. And I loved it all. But then we look at it like, are we really that big of a Marvel fan to be wanting every little thing that came out?
Yeah, we still have the posters in the closet.
Yeah, we don't have it hung up or anything like that. So that's the reason why I'm not happy with just to do a video just to do it. The whole purpose of doing YouTube was to share our collection.
Do you feel like you're stuck in the Funko world bubble?
Yes.
Is that another thing? Like, you feel like you're a broader collectors. You guys, like you're saying, like, you don't want to collect everything Funko. Now you want full lines of different things, whether it's toys, plushies, posters, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're identified as a Funko channel, which we don't mind it. It's something that we kind of put ourselves in. But the more that we collect as well, it's like expected out of us to talk about Funko and be more related to Funko. But I identified more as being a very broad like variety of collecting, and we're trying to find a balance so that we can share everything, which we do sometimes. But I feel like as well, people, when they see our Loungefly, if you look at the views, it's not as much as if it were to be a Funko related or something that's a little bit more current. So because of that as well, we're also in the bubble of the community of just the Funko, and we're trying to not only be stuck in the Funko community, we're trying to go a little bit more, but we're not trying to get away from it either. We love the Funko community and we love Funko Pops.
Yeah, we just want to share more of what we like.
Yeah, and that's what those are my favorite channels. Personally, those are my favorite channels that aren't just stuck, you know, strictly on Funkos. I think you guys got the right idea. The people that are fans of you come to watch no matter what you're opening. You could be opening up Cheese Whiz. Like, you're gonna have people it is what it is. Everybody has their own fans that are like right there with them. So you see the drop off in your videos from different stuff. But once you get out of that bubble and you get into another one, you're going to have your original fans from Funko still following you, plus the new ones and content you want to create. I think that's a great idea, honestly.
Yeah, thank you. That's what basically we're trying to do, is just being more detailed and as well descriptive with our videos, not just to share, is also to be explaining the reason of this collection, what's going on with this line, and what other things are coming out. As particularly, for example, if we show a Stitch Pop, we want to talk about the new pin is coming out, the new launch play of Stitch is coming out, or the price point and the movie. You know, go more in details of lines instead of just sharing the collection.
I think that's why we did this channel the way that we did, and if you watch any of the shows, because we've done like My Pet Monster, the Dino Riders and things like that. So even though you can touch on Funko in some way, like, you know, like when we did Goonies, we showed Goonie Pops and Back to the Future Pops, but we've touched on other toys, and that whole thing, the whole reason behind this was kind of to like pick that little piece of that kid that's inside of you back out of there. And like, so like yesterday morning, I was like flipping through Disney Plus, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have every episode of Gummy Bears, the cartoon. And I just started watching. I watched like 3 episodes before I went to work because I was late because I was watching Gummy Bears. And I didn't even skip past the intro because I was singing along with it. So I mean, I get what you're saying, and that's what's been nice about this channel is because when we didn't ask you guys tonight because we kind of wanted to like do a free flow kind of an open night. Kind of, it's been fun, you know, doing it this way because we weren't stuck on one topic and oh my gosh, we got to get to another topic.
And we never would have heard what we just. It was breaking news right there, and we never would have heard that, you know. Or if I didn't open my mouth and force somebody into giving details, but.
Is someone gossiping? Is someone saying something? Because it was such a
reckless about jumped off a building because he didn't go live, so he was pretty upset.
I feel like every single time that we cancel people on the live on people tend to like kind of write us, and we love that. I do appreciate it. Honestly, we were going through a lot, and I believe that not to go so deep or anything like that, but I feel like mental health is very important. So there are times that personally myself, I go a little bit off track of what is being need to done. So that's something that happened yesterday. So everything's good. Everything's good. We just had to cancel yesterday for personal reasons. You want to be
your full self. You don't want to sell anybody short when you're on a live.
Exactly. Okay. I don't like to just do a live again, to just do a live. And I love the people that come by and watch us. And I feel horrible canceling like that. But at the same time, I feel like if I'm going to do a live, I want to be, very attentive and very there for everybody to be, communicating and have fun. And that's something else that we did before is that we were always having every single live scheduled like to a T of what we're doing. And the past lives, we've just been like, freestyling and doing whatever we wanted and talking with people and opening minis and stuff like that. So that's also cool, which is something that we're kind of doing now with Juliana from Kiki Mama Bear. We just kind of like have this like fun kind of like not mocking, but we do fake fan Saturday. We just started it last week, and it's not something that we're gonna do every single Saturday. I mean, we'll try to, but it's kind of just for a free for all. Like we're just gonna, if we go live, we go live. If we do a topic, it's about a topic. If we don't, it's just to relax and not so much to
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, not so much like we're definitely gonna go live. We're definitely gonna talk about this. We're doing a giveaway. It's just
starts to feel like work.
Yeah, which it has been, and I love it. But I feel like sometimes we lose sight of track that we don't get any money from this, and when we pour our heart and soul and money into this, you lose sight of like the fun of it. So and again, we're still having fun, but we just have to have a different mentality on it. Love collecting.
The nice refreshing thing about this show is, and I've said this in past shows as well, is when I was trying to come up with fresh content and line people up for 3 shows a week, it was killing me. And by the end of it, I mean, you could hear it in my voice, you could see it on my face, you could tell it in my body language. I was done. I was just done with it. We had that meteoric rise of going like so quickly up in subs and everything else. And it was a lot of fun. And I mean, the shows were fun themselves, like when I was in it, but when I was done, I was like, ugh, like just drained. And it was, I started like procrastinating of doing the graphics and everything. I don't have that here. Number 1, he's super supportive. Number 2, he's got a good personality. And number 3, he looks good in a pull-up. But
sorry, Umpty, I didn't rock the pull-up today. I seen that comment from earlier before I was in here.
I was asking McDorks if they saw that one. They haven't. You have to go back and watch that one.
Oh man.
Having that 6 days to get myself together and work on the graphics and do what I want and think about what to do on the next show has been so refreshing, and it's I'm better like mental health wise doing that. And the whole other situation that happened a few months ago, I'm just glad I got some distance, like arm distance. I took a whole month off and I just got arm distance away from everything and all the drama and all the politics, and now I'm in a good place.
And it's weird because I wasn't in a spot. I wasn't chasing down anything like this where I was scheduled to do lives, or I've never done my own live ever. I think I only got like 10 videos up. Like it was more of just kind of getting to know everybody else. I didn't dive in. I didn't really, my goal to start this channel was basically with my brother, / and my daughter. you know, just to kind of have some fun during COVID and all that stuff in the winter time. And then it was one of these situations where, you know, she was overworked and I'm sitting here like, man, I like to do lives. I don't like to really do videos. I'd rather do lives and hang out with people. And then it was like, oh, all right. So I can be the one to kind of tell her, hey, we can take a step back. It's fine. We have 6 days to figure this out. We don't have 12 hours that we have to come up with a topic, guests, and all that. So I couldn't be happier. With the two of us, I feel like we get along great. We could have 3 people in here watching and we're still going to have fun. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those.
It's good to have, like, you guys have a purpose of just doing a live and having fun and not just being forced to do it. So that shows off really great. And that's something that we also talked about, was just probably not so much committed to posting so many videos. So we talked about of trying to figure out what kind of videos we want to share and scheduled what days we want to do it so that it's consistent every single week after week, but focus more on lives because that's what we like to do. We see ourselves more doing lives, and then probably post more on Instagram because I love taking pictures. I love creating that kind of like content of doing pictures and videos and stuff like that. That's for Instagram. But like you said, like having fun and doing what you love to do, no matter what it is, as long as you're doing it, that's what doing YouTube and all that stuff is about.
And if you're ever going to grow, it's going to, yeah, Mama J, we're going to have, man, you're going to show everybody. I guess the rumor is going to be proven true tonight, I guess.
So we'll get out of here right now, so we can get over there and watch.
So we can get over there and see my underwear, autographed underwear, by the way.
I think this year is going to be super important too. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about, this whole mental health thing. But this year, because of everything and so many people being isolated and not being able to visit family, I think that this avenue with, people like you, MCDORKS, that bring positivity into the community, and a lot of these other shows and people that are in our chat that have shows tonight, I think it's going to be even more important heading into the holidays, because I think that's when it's the hardest on people who have depression, especially being isolated. So, you guys, like, we kind of put you guys on. You guys are kicking off the next 3 weeks of some really good weeks for us, and then we're have some really fun people on leading into the holidays, and we've got some fun stuff that we're giving away. I think we're 40 subs away or something from giving away the Flock Sonic, and but the other thing is AOKs. So I'm going to show this off because I'm going to put it across the bottom here. But everybody knows Will Be Poppin', and if you don't, you need to go check them out. So hang on one second here. Hey, Kenneth Bird, how are you? I'm going to put up this video at the bottom. So Will did a live stream, and he got his Grail, and he sent me a couple stickers here too. But what he sent me.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah,
snap.
buddy.
How cute.
Each of the movies, the DeLoreans.
Wow.
So it was just an AOK, something that he sent me, and so the other giveaway that we're doing is we have a $100 gift pack. So it includes one of our CTV mugs, one of the blankets, which Divine is in love with, and then it's got a mystery box. So I think it's like minimum guaranteed value of $50 in that mystery box. So if you guys go over on that video that's scrolling across the bottom for Will, it kind of segues into our guest next week, because we have Nick from Bands for Arms, who's also a big advocate for mental health and PTSD in supporting the military. But that video that I posted there is a video of him opening Bands for Arms boxes. If you put BTTF bro on there, we'll pull somebody. You will get 3 entries on the wheel for that gift pack once we hit the 250. So if you guys want to head over there right before the end of the show, we'll pull a name.
Yeah.
And I think, see, and another thing, what I really, what I feel like we strive to do, I don't want to really talk about our channel too much. I mean, we're sitting here supposed to be having a good time. The one thing I liked when I got on my first lives, was I was a nobody. I was brand new, and then all of a sudden somebody gave me a chance. And so as we say, we're kicking off, you guys are the start of a really big 3-week, span for us. The one thing I've always, me and Brandy have agreed on, but it was like one of my big things I wanted was everybody should have a chance to come on a live. It shouldn't be you have 20,000 subs, I'm going to chase you down, you're the only people I want. I mean, some people do that and it works for them because they follow a certain type of content. That's fine. But I feel like a lot of people could use just getting on a live and getting to chat with people. And, you know, you go with going into the holidays, the mental health part, like somebody offers you that and you just, I was ecstatic. And I'm somebody that, I mean, I'm the life of the party. I go places, I demand attention. Like I'm one of those. And
I've seen the video.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like I'm one of those that like all eyes on me when I walk in. If not, I'm going to be wearing an Olaf pull-up. Like I'm going to demand it one way or another. But for some of us, you know, smaller channels, that was, you know, that's huge for us. So that's another cool thing is like maybe we don't grow to 1 million subs. That's not our goal. But having a platform where everybody can come and hang out, and you know, this channel is going to evolve and it's going to get better. But there's certain core things that have to stay in place in order for us to stay happy. And I think we're off to a good start. And
that's good. No, yeah, you guys seem like I said before, like off the bat, you guys seem very cohesive and very, you know, to have two different kinds of platforms and, you know, merging together, that's always a good thing. Thankfully I have a partner, because if I were to be on myself, I don't think I can handle it all the time. So to find someone that is not not, you know, face to face nearby, like you can actually talk about it, it's all virtual. You guys do an awesome job on it.
Well, thank you very much.
And we say this all the time in our lives, is like it doesn't matter the sub count, as much as we want to thrive on that, like just go, you know, farther below, as long as we have the interaction with people and actually every single day and every single week having fun, that's pretty cool. I love the chat.
You guys have a yin yang thing that goes on, and you guys, there's some times that like you come on, a lot of people you can kind of be like, oh, well, they're just not feeling it today. You can see the two of you are like normally, like I don't think I've ever seen a video that you guys aren't on fire and like have smiles and are actually, you know, making people smile. They may not want to admit it, but they're driving down oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Listen, we're Hispanic, so the one thing that we always have to drink is Cuban coffee every single day.
Is that part of your rituals?
I think so.
Every single live and
Before
video,
anything,
we have to drink it,
coffee.
because we're good on that. Like, but just to make sure that we're on top of our game, we have to drink it. There are times you watch us on our live, and we're like drinking it, and like, hey guys, and we're like, we're not feeling because we was running late and we didn't get to drink it. But then by the end of the live, we're like all up in there.
Yeah, Ruku, we have to get you on. Connie, if you're interested, I have another friend of mine that I'm bringing on for our friendiversary on December 15th. If you would like to come on a live, love to have you. Like we said, we love to expand horizons. So boys, what was your favorite toys when you guys were kids? Like, what was that thing that you had to have that you picked out of the Toys R Us catalog or the Sears catalog or whatever, that was your ultimate thing that you had to have it? Mine is obviously the Light Bright. I never got it.
Legos was my thing. The one thing I didn't ever get to get what I wanted, and it's kind of sad, don't judge me, was a Furby.
Really?
Yes. I asked my mother over and over again, and she's more open now. But when I was a kid, to her, it was too feminine for her. Like, she felt like I needed to have more boy toys and like having the TMNT and having
wrestling
Batman
action figures.
Yeah, which I love. That's so funny though. I always don't like realize until I start thinking about it. I didn't realize how much I loved Hot Wheels and all that stuff, but I also loved like other kinds of toys like that. And I never got it. And then I know they re-released it when I was like probably in 15 or something like that. They like kind of came out with another one, but it was a little bit more advanced. Still didn't get it. But now they have a Funko Pop, so
there we go.
Still not gonna get it though, because I'm trying to dwindle down the collection.
But you don't get rid of gifts, so
no. No, that's one thing that we do. We always talk about it, like we have to get rid of this line, but I'm like, but we have a collection. Like one of the newest things that we got was from Evelyn from Two Flowers of Floricitas. Like she gave us a Scream I cannot pronounce that word. Symbiote, whatever. And we're trying to dwindle down our, collection of all of those, and we're like, we can't get rid of that. If we were to get rid of the whole line, that one has to stay there.
Yeah, we don't want to get rid of the ones that people gifted us.
Yeah.
Well, since you didn't get gifted a Furby when you were younger, maybe I can get. You might get a gift in the mail.
That's why loophole.
Christmas is close.
That's another thing that we're trying to see. Like, we're trying to get rid of our collection, but we're trying to see what people need. Maybe get some things for Christmas. But it's hard to like. I'm not gonna ask someone what out of everything you have here.
Missing?
What do you need? We'll see. We'll see what's going on there. But
I have no idea why she won't look at the camera. She's like this.
That is hilarious.
probably I'm ugly. I don't know.
She's stuck up. She's too good for us. She's like, come on now. What is this?
We're calling you
Right,
Snow.
get me out of here.
I was like that with the mirror. I put her like looking at the mirror, and she like looks away, and I turn her, and she like looks the other way. I'm like, are you not liking yourself? Are you not-
Right.
I'm surprised she has to stop by.
She'll look down just to make sure we're getting her good side, and then she's like, nope.
Yeah.
Why would you look at
She
yourself?
hated her Furby. Why did you hate your Furby?
I honestly don't remember having toys.
You don't remember? Well, knowing him,
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember.
his parents are very like not materialistic. They get rid of things for like a short period of time. I don't know what they do. Like they'll buy a new table for the dining room and they'll get rid of it within a
Look,
year.
I remember watching Disney Channel and play with my neighbor's Barbies. That's it. There we go.
That's,
Yeah, but I had
that's
everything.
it. That's what you remember? Like that's
I loved everything, but the biggest thing that I did like to have as like with toys was Legos and the building blocks. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They look like lodge. I think it's called lodge blocks or something. It's wood with this little engraving, so you can stack them one on top of another and build like little lodge.
Lincoln Logs.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Lincoln
Lincoln Logs.
I think I had a Red Ranger.
Really?
He's like, wait a minute. There was one toy I think I might have had. It might have been the Red Ranger.
I know I probably had them. I just can't remember them, honestly.
I had tubs.
I was super lucky. I literally had, I mean, if I wish I would have kept the stuff I had, I don't know. When I was 16, I had a house fire, so a lot of stuff was gone. But as a kid, I was like the luckiest kid.
Okay.
Didn't grow up with a lot of money, but my mom just dropped everything into me, basically. So I had, so many Ninja Turtles, so many wrestling action figures, a good amount of Power Ranger stuff. Nothing compared to like the wrestling and the Ninja Turtle stuff. But man, like I look back now and I'm like, I would love to add that because TMNT is my favorite line overall. And I look back and I'm like, geez, that thing's like $400. I can't buy that now. Like this is terrible. Yeah, look at that.
I also had the Ninja Turtles of like the different versions of it. It was like the little action figures. The one that was a scuba diver. Another one that was the regular ones, but there was different versions, and I forgot what they were, but I had almost all of them. I'm telling you, we had tubs of toys, like the big, like gallon, like was it 30 gallon or something? I don't know what the big huge ones that people use for Christmas decorations. I used to have them full of toys, and there was like about 2 to 3 of them. And probably if you name it, I had it, except the first.
Yeah, they had like the samurai Ninja Turtles. They had the scuba dive. I remember that one. They had like the skate, like the hippie kind of skateboarding Michelangelo. They had yes, they had so many. And then the villains, like you can't even. Some of the rides that they used to have. Well, I pop rides. Okay, they weren't rides, but like you had the turtle van, and then you had I feel like an idiot. The Krang's little thing underwater, the dome.
Not to
can't remember what it is.
No,
but they had the silver dome that was always like underground or whatever. They had those, and those toys were crazy awesome. Like if I would play with them to this day. Like if I had them, I'd pull them out. I'd be sitting in the front room playing as a 30-year-old. I don't care. Those things were awesome.
I think it's funny how back then we had toys to play with and didn't really like think about it. But now we collect toys to do whatever the heck we want with it. Now that we're adults, it's like you don't really grow out of it. Or at least if you're a collector, and depending on what kind of collector, because some people, if you touch them, they go crazy. And I'm like,
right.
I take it out of the box, and people are like, don't. I'm like, why?
Yeah, you still gotta. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy is what you should do as a collector. Just Technodome. Thank you.
Technodome. I think that's the biggest thing that there's one of the biggest lines I feel like that separates people in the community is depending on how you collect, you can rub some people the wrong way. Because I'll go crazy over whatever kind of, if I like it, I'll get it. and I'll open it if I want to, and if it's cheap, if it's expensive, it's depending on how I want to spend it. All you got to do is, just throw your opinion of what you like about it. But there's people who do get like kind of upset of how you collect. Like, if you open it, you shouldn't, or you shouldn't collect that kind of line and whatever. Be happy, be supportive.
We're all collectors. Yeah, that's what it is. We're all collectors. It doesn't matter what you collect or how you collect it.
There's different kinds.
It's good to have other people there. That's what makes collecting worth collecting. If no one else, like,
I feel like collecting.
Nobody collects pet rocks anymore. Like,
version of collecting. Everybody has their own.
We collect dogs.
Yes, that's another thing. This is Stitch.
Oh, don't. How many dogs you guys got? Oh man.
This is Stitch. This is number 1.
Yeah.
Aww.
My mom has like 9 dogs, and I had to move out. I can't do it. I can't even go over there. That's too many.
Oh
I love dogs. I got 3, but
they're all small though. That's the only thing that's manageable. They're all small.
My mom's got pit bulls and what was the other ones? They're like yellow lab shepherd mixes, and my mom's got all like big dogs.
Oh my
all
God.
huge. I'm like, it's like
small.
It's like a
That's
farm.
we can like handle.
Yeah,
I do
no.
big dogs.
No.
I'm the big dog. I'm kidding.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Oh, and this is another thing that we're talking about the other day. We also have like the Pokemon cards when I was younger.
The OG ones.
Oh, nice. Oh, look at. You got his attention.
Got my attention.
Like the old ones. Like I didn't realize I was a collector as a kid either. Like that's another thing. When you start collecting now, you start like looking at the trait that you've always been a collector. You just didn't know it.
Yeah, this from the fire.
Yeah. At a house party. When I was young.
The original ones have the shinies and the reverse hollows and the hollows and everything else back then.
Oh, there was no reverse hollows in that binder. Those are the good ones. Those are the old school ones.
I have the trio, like Japanese holographic. It's almost there.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many. No.
We're almost there.
No.
I don't think they've been around each other for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that's not the one. You lost track.
Yeah, I did. Oh, hi.
Big screen. I was waiting. I was like, they did not see them with big screen.
So Troy could drool. Oh, look at there, Troy.
Team Rocket, Dark Doug Trio.
Yeah, and then the other holographic that we have, and when I say we, it's like basically
him.
No, but I
wasn't a part of this. Oh, the Dark Slowbro.
And one last one. I think I have a few, but
the Mew that you got from
But that was the movie theater one. Yeah, we have the Mew.
So it was still legit.
Hey, that thing's still cool. I got like 3 of them sitting in my box, and that's one of my favorite cards. All right, that's a good one. Oh, the Vaporeon.
Mm-hmm. And then what you're talking about?
All of that. Like, this is why you and Yizzy, like, I'm glad we just have Yizzy on so that he can like explain this. What is that one? That one's cool.
That is the ancient Mew that was a movie promo. That thing is awesome. It's an amazing card. Now the value's not like it's super expensive, but it's it's like one of the first promos like that they came out with.
I have that one, and then I also have I forgot what his name,
Electabuzz?
Yes, Electabuzz, and then also Pikachu. There were the cards that came with the movie. I know my brother took it. He doesn't want to admit it, but he took my Pikachu.
You know it.
I already know he took it, but I have the other one. But it has like on top. It says the movie. Is that the newest ones we got?
No, the newest ones are right there.
So where is this from?
From your folder.
I have this?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Look, they're finding stuff on the live they didn't know they had.
Oh, these are the McDonald ones. That's what it was.
What?
Oh my God.
When we worked at McDonald.
How much are those at?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're so pretty.
But this doesn't have the McDonald's logo. The other one did.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I don't have any of those.
Yeah, we have
in 2 weeks. I'm getting a crash course in Pokemon.
Oh, there's going to be a full-blown crash course, in a couple weeks. Like,
ooh.
Yeah, we have Yizzy Pokemon coming on, and hopefully people can enjoy that because I feel like I don't want to take too much credit, but I was before the whole hype blew up and the Logan Paul thing. I was telling people get into it now because it's blowing up. And I was saying it, and then all of a sudden, every YouTuber was doing Pokemon, and I'm like, dude,
we were walking
why?
in the Target and stuff, and I'm like, I used to collect them, and I found my book again because I had it in the book stuff. I'm like, I kind of want to go back into it, but we're so focused on Pokemon, and we were literally contemplating whether to go back. I was like, it's like one of those things that when you're watching a series and you stop watching it and you want to go back to it, you're like, I already missed out so much. Do I really want to like try to figure everything out? So I was like, that's the reason why I didn't start collecting again. And then I feel like the past 2 months or 3 months, it just like blew up out of nowhere. And I'm like, what? But I don't want to get
the market's starting to come back. And that looks familiar. The market's starting to settle back down, but that's something I was going to talk about probably on another live, but
save that knowledge for that night so I can, in fact, I'm going to talk to you afterwards because I saw a bunch of like elite trainer boxes at Target the other day, but I wasn't sure if they were the good ones or the ones I should not get, because I figured if I got a box, then you guys could explain them to me.
That's how we go at
Target. But I think I personally feel so, us being in the Funko bubble, I feel like this big I'm just going to go to this one spot and then we'll leave the rest for another time. I believe Pokemon is going to help all other collectibles. And one reason I say that is the reason old stuff is worth money now is because collectors are now, they open it as kids like myself. We now have enough money to go back and buy those things.
Yeah.
And another thing that people have touched on for Funko, the whole grading service, you know how some people get their Funkos graded and then others are like, I just don't see how this is going to make an impact. It's going to make an impact. And this is why I say that. If you go back to anything we have done growing up as kids or previous to us, old comic books, they were slabbed. You grade them, they're worth way more. Pokemon cards, you grade them, they're worth more. Old sports cards and then new sports cards are making an explosion. You grade those, they're worth money. Funko doesn't have that longevity yet.
Yeah,
we are only 10 years in. So what happens when we hit 20 years? A 2010 or a 2011 pop that is graded at like a 9.9 and above, that will hold value in 10 years. That will absolutely, these are collector's items just like those were. And collectors that want authentic stuff that are real hard into the hobby. I'm not spending $300,000 on a Charizard, okay? But somebody does. People do. These pops are going to do the same thing. They're not going to be 300,000.
Yeah.
There's 2010 pops that are way more limited than Pokemon cards or comic books. There's a chance that, this is a big hobby as well. That grading, a lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to grade. I think it's the right move. It's not the right. I think it's the right time now to get it while it's cheap and you can get quick turnaround, but you're not going to make your money for a little while. But if that's what you're into,
yeah, especially if you are in some way, shape, or form a collector of some type of value. We don't collect for value, but if there is a pop that I kind of find something that I would never want to get rid of, but for some reason don't want to open, and it's worth getting graded, then you should get it graded. Especially if they're sick pops. I'm talking about like real awesome, sick pops, not just whatever pops. I'm talking about awesome, legitimate pops. Like, I know people may not like it. We're in love with the Dark Captain Marvel one that just got recently. I loved it. And I know a lot of people are like, whatever about it. But I swear, if they come out with her in the MCU, I feel like everybody will like go crazy over it. That's a sick pop for me. The way it looked. Only difference is I should have made it glow in the dark. The red.
I got the Dark Captain Marvel too because I thought it looked awesome, but it is now in a better home. Someone I know wanted that, and it's you guys will see who has it now. But that I agree with you. That was a sick. Now I would love to get him graded because I don't ever intend to take him out of the box. The sloth.
Yes.
Oh.
It just adds. So even if you don't want the value, it just adds a little something extra to it. You know what I mean? Like
for certain ones.
Yeah.
You're collecting. The reason why you're a collector is not only to have them, but it's to show off, it's to display them. And if there's something that you have that's graded, that's really worth it, then it just adds like some type of like how do you call it? Like just well-rounded look to your collection.
Yes. I have 2 comic books that are worth nothing really, that are graded, but I love the cover art. You know, I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, and you know, they had 2 great artworks. I bought them graded. I don't care that I'm not going to get $5,000 out of it. That's something I want to be able to set up. You can't just set up a regular comic book. It's a lot easier to use a graded comic book. You know what I mean? So.
All right, kids, this is for 3 entries into our 251. It's guaranteed $100 in value giveaway for when we hit 250 subs. So
it's totally rigged. I'm going to win.
Yeah. Real crew. Congratulations. So you get 3 additional entries. We're going to do other ways that you can earn entries over the next couple weeks. McDorks, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. Everybody head over to Mama J's. She's doing her giveaways tonight. Troy's underwear is apparently going to make its appearance this evening. And
debut, baby.
Autographed underwear, yeah. So head over to Mama J's, and we will see you guys next week. We have Nick from Bands for Arms, and we have Blue Owl, so we have the dynamic duo. I get to spend the time with so many cute boys. It's so fun.
Thank you.
So McDorks, thank you so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and you know, enjoy your time together. I'm sorry you guys can't see your family, but I'm glad that you guys spent some time with us tonight.
Thank you for
inviting me. You guys got each other. That's good. That's still, I mean, it's huge. That's where
all right.
And for the chat, everybody. I mean, I hope the chat. I hope all you guys are safe. I hope you guys enjoy whatever you're doing.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.